We stand out, we fly her for a very long time. That's my recap of episode 1.
We get introduced to what is really not a healthy relationship with her mother, who sort of doesn't understand her activism and what's going on, and also is, of course, the dean of the college that Sam is going to.
Every time I start talking about my activism, you just...
Seriously, Sam, what is there to say? You run around chanting ridiculous slogans and looking like a whiny little...
At this point in time, I am just beginning to understand how deep into her activism she is. And I'm trying to redirect her any way that I can, changing the conversation, not paying attention to her when she wants to speak of it. I'm just not really having any of it. And she's not having any of me not having any of it.
I loved doing the montage in episode 1, and she gets so excited, she's pumped, she's ready, she's out there, and then she sees Miles standing there with one other volunteer, and then he leaves.
That first episode, it was, to a large extent, us, at least as the actors, trying to figure out what we were doing with the show, like what the feel of the show was. It was really enjoyable working with the group of people, and particularly with Carr. Carr just brought so much energy and so much of an interesting and nuanced take on that tiny little role that was able to inform kind of the rest of our shooting.
We would love your
This is
support.
anti-Semitic.
Then we see Sam grappling with the opposition, specifically questions about Israel and Palestine and BDS activism and whether it's anti-Semitism or not, and how forceful those claims can be and how difficult they can be to counter.
The coffee was like, it smelled so bad because it was like 3/4 water, and then like it was a little bit nasty, but you know, anything for art.
What is wrong with the people on this campus?
We see what I think is a pretty clear and maybe on some level miserable picture of what Sam's activist life has become. It's something that she's not particularly succeeding at, and that's smacking her in the face over and over and over again. She goes back to her dorm room, and we get to see her sort of like have this light bulb moment of, oh, I know how I can do this, right? Which is often how these things, like a strategy just sort of like comes to you. I think it's a quiet victory at the end for her, as, Miles is like, yeah, I'm in, just, not at 3 a.m.